Welcome. My name is Pradeep Nambiar. I'm the product architect and developer of Patriot PS personal server. In this short video presentation, I will show you how easy it is to download, install, and configure OwnCloud on your Patriot PS personal server. OwnCloud is a popular personal cloud application that you can use to share and access files from your own server, very similar to Dropbox. But with the difference that you're hosting your own files on your own server, not on any remote server, where you don't have any control on the files the moment it leaves your computer. I will also show you how you can access, share files from your server using the internet browser and also using the OwnCloud's own mobile application. You will use the PPS config application to configure the OwnCloud. So let's locate our personal server on the network discovery tab here. So I'm going to click the personal server, click on the PPS configuration application, sign in with your user ID and password. After sign in, locate the personal cloud tab, and then the first option here is download, install, configure OwnCloud personal cloud application. Click on install and configure. On the first screen, you have a choice of two databases that you can use. You can use the default PostgreSQL database, or you can use the MySQL database. If you are to use the MySQL database, you also have to enter the root password that you provided when you initially configured your Patriot PS personal server. I'm going to select PostgreSQL here, and then I'm going to provide a password for a database that is created to store the OwnCloud data. The database is called OwnCloud. So I'm going to enter a password here. Click on submit. So once you click submit, you would see that the PPS config application is actually creating the database, and also it is going to the internet and to the OwnCloud repository and downloading the latest version of the OwnCloud software. And once the OwnCloud software is downloaded, here the database type that we selected was PostgreSQL. The database user is called OwnCloud. Database name is also OwnCloud, and the database host would be localhost. And you would have to remember the password that you just provided in the previous screen. Click on next. And this is a screen where you have to do further OwnCloud configuration based on the parameters that we just used in the previous screen. So give a name for your admin account for the OwnCloud. So I would call it OwnCloud admin and give it a password. The next, you need to select the storage and database. Now in the previous screen we selected PostgreSQL. If you have selected MySQL, you would select MySQL. So I'm going to select PostgreSQL here, and then it is asking what is the database username, and it is shown here. Patriot PS configuration application has already created a database with the name OwnCloud. So I'm going to enter OwnCloud as a database user, and the password, whatever password you provided in the previous screen. And the database name is also OwnCloud, and the host would be localhost. And at this point, click on finish setup. The OwnCloud configuration would use these parameters, configure the OwnCloud database, and at this point you would see that the OwnCloud is ready to be used. So now you need to tell the PPS configuration application that you have already configured the OwnCloud. So click on the confirm OwnCloud configured button. You'll see the success message which says OwnCloud personal cloud software configured successfully. So at this point it has been configured, and then you can click on continue. And at this point it'll take you back to the personal clouds page, and you would see that the OwnCloud is now configured, and you can launch using this green button here. And if you have to reinstall for some reason, you can click on the reinstall button here. So let me go and click launch here. You will see the OwnCloud login page, and you can enter the user ID that you just created and the password to log in. And you will see the home page for the OwnCloud admin user. You can use the OwnCloud admin to create additional users for your OwnCloud server. And there are a lot of tutorials on the OwnCloud website that can show you how to use OwnCloud. What I want to focus here is that how do you access your OwnCloud server when you're within your home network and also when you're away from your home over the internet. As you can see, at this point I am accessing the OwnCloud using my home IP address and /OwnCloud. I can also access the OwnCloud if you have using your external IP address of your internet connection, provided you are port forwarding the designated port to the 443 of your personal server's IP address. So in my case, I have set up my personal server to have an external port, and which is displayed here. This is my external IP address and also an external port, or you can also, if you have an external host name which is externally addressable from your internet, you can use your external host name and the IP address. So if I click on my host and the IP address, now this is externally addressable from the internet. And if you append to this address OwnCloud, you would be able to access your OwnCloud server, which you have configured on your personal server. So those are the two different ways you can access your OwnCloud server. So this URL is very important, which is HTTPS, your host name or your external IP address and the port that you're forwarding to 443 of your personal server, and /OwnCloud. So you will also use the same URL when you're accessing from your mobile application, which I'm going to show you next. Before I access OwnCloud using my mobile device, you want to make sure that the flag enable personal cloud application access from internet is enabled. By default, you can only access OwnCloud from your home network. That is, you can use your local LAN IP address and /OwnCloud to access it. Now, if you do want to access it from the internet, then you need to enable this flag. So I will go ahead and click this enable, and then it says that the personal cloud applications are now enabled for access from the internet. This is provided for you for the security of your personal server. For example, if you know that you won't be accessing your OwnCloud from the internet, then you can disable it. And you can also enable or disable this on a schedule. If you go to automation, there is a task which says enable personal cloud. So you can set a schedule that during the day you want your personal cloud to be available. When you're home during the night, you can disable the personal cloud. So this way you are limiting the exposure of your personal cloud to the outside internet. So it in some ways it enhances the security so that hackers won't be able to try to access your personal cloud or try to get in. So this is built in for some extra security. Okay, so let's go back to the personal cloud, and now that I have enabled the personal cloud access from the internet, I will show you how to access the same OwnCloud application using the mobile application on my iPhone. Okay, so here is my iPhone, and I have already downloaded the OwnCloud application onto my iOS. I'm going to start that application. Now here you will see you need to first establish a server connection, and here you enter the same URL, that is HTTPS, and if you are accessing it using your home network, you can use your IP address of your personal server within your home network, or if you want to access it from your outside internet, you would use the external IP address of your internet connection, and then you would enter the username and password, and then click on login. Okay, so here are the details for my connection. I would click on done, and at that click on login. So you will see that now that I'm logged into my OwnCloud on my personal server, and this is similar to the same set of folders that I can see if I were to launch OwnCloud using my internet browser. So as you can see, here is the document folder and the photos and the other document here. So exactly the same view, and I can interact in a pretty similar fashion if I were to interact it using an internet browser or the iOS device here. Let me try to upload a photo from my camera roll. And I click on upload, and the file gets uploaded, and the file is available on my home folder here. And if I refresh my the same connection on the internet browser, I see the same photo available. I can click on that photo here, and then I can see the picture. The same thing. I can also click on my mobile device, and I can see the same picture. So the ability to access your personal server, the files on your personal server, whether you are on the go or if you are on your desktop working at home, OwnCloud makes it seamless. And configuring and installing and using OwnCloud on your Patriot PS personal server is easy using the PPS config application. That concludes our short video presentation on how to download, install, and configure OwnCloud on Patriot PS personal server. You saw it just took 4 screens and 4 clicks to complete this process, and you're up and running with OwnCloud in a matter of few minutes. You can check additional videos and documentation from www.pexus.com patriotps/media, and please also visit our store at pexus.net, where you can place an order for Patriot PS personal server, either the full system edition or the ISO or the virtual appliance. Thank you for listening.